Say just anything that is not dealing with love around me, I don't want it around me.
Anybody you want to work with, you haven't worked with yet?
You're like getting teary-eyed right now, man.
This is the moment that's gotta be hard.
Just expect, the biggest anthem.
Put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
New tracks from the LP or what, man?
Man,
Father of Assad.
Father of Assad. That's the name of my album. It's
Are you done?
my favorite title.
Are you done with it?
No, I'm not done with it, but it's getting done.
Do you feel like it's your favorite title because it's so we were talking about Justin Timberlake's albums evolved, right? To what he aspired to be to what he now is. Is that why it's your favorite title?
Yeah, that and just to obviously the work on my 11th album, that's a major accomplishment. But just my journey to get to Father of Assad and have my son, give me my name, Father of Assad, and my fans scream out Father of Assad everywhere I go before I named it that.
Yeah.
So that's like the highest honor of respect. They just anything that is not dealing with love around me, I don't want it around me.
Is there a lot of negative energy in the music industry? I don't know it. Is there
mean,
a lot of I feel like people draw this image of drug, sex, and rock and roll.
It's not just the music industry. It's just the way the world is sometimes. But there's more love than negative energy, believe it or not.
Really? Okay.
Does it affect who you work with too, not just your inner circle, like who you do tracks with, who you collaborate with?
I gotta be a fan, and I also gotta be inspired, and I also got to feel a connection. Most of the people I work with is artists I've known, grew up, grinded through the journey together, or somebody I'm a super fan of. And if it's a new artist I work with, it's because I embrace the new energy and the new young world, and I'm a fan as well too.
I mean, you kicked out both this album coming up and the last one with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, you started at the top like that. Who's your unicorn? You got anybody you want to work with, you haven't worked with yet?
I mean, I've been blessed to work with everybody I wanted to work with, but there's artists out there I haven't worked with that I do want to work with, and that would be like Eminem, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre I've worked with before on Ross's albums.
Dude, I would love to see you and Em together.
Yeah,
I love Eminem, dude. It's like
It's his
he's my
favorite guy,
favorite
man.
artist, man.
And Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Adele.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like a producer standpoint, like Eminem, like Adele, these people are supposed to be like perfectionists. How is it like when you're collaborating with a fellow perfectionist? Because I've heard that same kind of story about you. Like you have this artistic vision, and then you collaborate with someone like Eminem, which you haven't worked with, but someone like you've worked with in the past, where they just have a different vision. How do you guys make that work?
Well, on my albums, I want to bring them in my world.
Okay.
So I want to put them on a Khaled anthem.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm 10 albums in the can. I'm working on my 11th album. I feel like y'all know what Khaled anthem is.
When you see a young artist, what are you looking for?
Well, me, I look for a lot of things, but I want to make sure I can make a record with them in the studio.
Okay.
Away from everybody, where you don't see what's going on, unless we want them to see what's going on. That I can actually make music and records with. And then after that, I want to make sure they can perform the record and, be able to be a star. Some people have no personality. Some people have personality.
Yeah.
But, to me, when I find a star or work with a star always has a glow, always lights up the room, always has some type of magic to them. You know what I'm saying? And me, I just want to make sure I can make the music with, because I feel like some things could be taught. You seem to be a better performer. Somebody might can rip the stage down, but I might can teach you how to rip it down a little more. And then practice make purpose, and the more you work at it, the bigger you get. Think about some of your biggest artists in the world that we love today, and you go back to the time when they first started, they wasn't as big as they are now, but they grew to be the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
And they grow with their fans,
To take a little bit of a turn from the music and talk about being on tour with Demi Lovato, and I think you guys are tackling a lot of mental health stuff, and I think that's super cool what you guys are able to do on tour, and super important. As a dad, and both you guys are dads, and I was just thinking about this with Kevin Love coming out. I don't know if you saw the stuff that Kevin Love came out, said he had an anxiety attack, talked about mental health.
I see some of it. I didn't read the whole thing.
But so he just said in the culture in sports, we're taught, and you guys both have sons, that boys are supposed to be so tough. They're not supposed to cry.
Right.
And what do you think of that thought process?
I cry.
What's up?
I cry.
Yeah, like so. I was curious of what kind of would you tell your
I cried this
son?
morning. Nah, when
What makes you cry?
I jumped on a plane, and as soon as I landed, I'm gonna show you this video, and I got a gift. It was a plant in my backyard. 'Cause, you know, I like landscaping, I like fruits, and I like plants and flowers. So somebody gave me a gift in a tree. They put a tag of my album cover, like, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
This is, you know, on the tree, like a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
flyer.
Like almost like an ornament flyer.
Right,
kind of
right.
thing.
So it's planted in my yard, and I'm in Dallas, so my son was playing in the yard, and look what he does.
Oh, he kissed
Kissed
you.
it.
He kissed
Oh
Dude,
man.
you're like getting teary-eyed right now, man.
This is the moments that's gotta be
So,
hard to get
as
away.
soon as I land, I'm not. Less than a second, tears came down my eyes.
Yeah. Do you think we have a hard time as like, and he's a long distance dad, man. He's always away from his son. I feel like, do you think we have a hard time as like society of like guys like, I don't know, like fitting that image and stuff like that? How do we change that culture?
I mean, you know, people would come.
I feel
up
like
to
it helps when you're like DJ Khaled cried. Like, we'd be like,
you know,
oh,
people come up to me saying how beautiful I show fatherhood, how beautiful it is, and my answer is I thought it was normal to do that.
you know, that's a great point. That's something I didn't really think of that.
It's because this is all real, so I can't pretend it.
What else is gonna be on this album, man, that we can look forward to? These collaborations and things. Because I mean, you come out with these fire. You started with Beyonce and Jay-Z and Future.
Just expect, you know, the biggest anthems that.
No names. You gotta drop me any names,
you know,
man.
everything's always top secret.
Sure.
I always want to give the fans a great presentation. Like, people have their own ways of putting music out. Me, I feel like, you know, when you make big records, I feel like it's important to make a great presentation for our fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the fans, I feel like, deserve every moment of a presentation of an amazing collaboration, hit record, an album. That's how I roll my projects out. You know what I'm saying? And right now it's top secret. We got the first single that is #1 added record in the world, record-breaking numbers. As soon as the record came out, went on #1 on iTunes. Streams are huge. You know what I mean? I'm just embracing. I'm excited. I'm grateful that I got to work with Jay-Z and Beyonce and Future, and I'm happy my fans love it.
Who writes their stuff?
Everybody write their own stuff.
What if do you have final say though? Because they're gonna be on your record. If you don't like something,
We all work together. You know what I'm saying? Off of energy, meaning as in.
there's no way they could write something you wouldn't feel comfortable.
I mean, first of all, Beyonce and Jay-Z are the greatest ever. You know,
Yeah. Sure.
How do you tell them I don't like
Yeah,
that?
you don't tell them nothing. Future is incredible.
Yeah.
You know, me and Future, we have a great chemistry together. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we throw ideas in the air and the energy we going and we make music.
I love it.
Cool, man.
I love it. All right,
Appreciate
man.
your
Dude,
time,
your
man.
positivity is.
I can see her talk all day, man.
Yeah, I know. I have like a million questions, but I know it's late.
It's all love. I want to thank y'all
Yeah.
for supporting your station and y'all supporting my music.